Perek Elu, Hare Elu Lokin, Daf Tesvav, sponsored for Shlema for Racheleya Bas Fega. Gemara discusses a statement Rabbi Bar Chana said in the name of Rabbi Yochanan. He retracted his opinion. Kol loisaseh shekidmu essay lokin olav. A lav shenitak le'essay, a rectifiable prohibition that would not incur lashes, is one where the essay follows the lav, but if it precedes the lav, one is liable to lashes. Question. Our Mishnah states, Habola Mikdash Tameh Lokin. One who enters the temple in a state of impurity receives lashes. The first verse states the positive commandment. Yishalchu min hamachaneh kol tzarua v'chol zav. The following verse states V'lo yutamus machaneya, the negative commandment. The Mishnah states he is liable to lashes even though he can leave the temple. Apparently, Rabbi Yochanan is correct. If the positive commandment precedes, it is not nitak le'essay. Why did he retract? The answer. Another law in the Torah contradicts his rule. A verse states, V'lo siya li'isha lo yuchal l'shalcha kol yamav. The Torah requires a rapist to marry his victim and never divorce her. A brisa states if a non-Kohen divorced his victim, he can rectify the divorce, remarry her to avoid lashes. According to Rabbi Yochanan, if the essay precedes, it is not nitak le'essay. From this brisa, it appears the order of the essay and lav makes no difference. The refutation. Number one, Ula explains why the case of the rapist is a bona fide lav shenitak le'essay. The requirement to marry her is derived from a defamer who must maintain her as his wife despite the fact he did not violate her physically. Certainly the rapist who violated her physically must marry her. Therefore, based on the hermeneutical rule, imeno inyan, not needed for its context, apply the positive commandment he must marry his victim to after he divorced her. Number two, the Gemara questions the Kal V'chomer from a defamer. In addition to his requirement to marry her, he pays a fine. Therefore, the Kal V'chomer is reversed. The defamer is derived from the rapist. The statement V'lo siya li'isha mentioned by the defamer is applied to the rapist after he divorced her. Number three, the Gemara questions the Kal V'chomer again because the rapist's crime is more severe. He victimized her by an action, not so by the defamer. Despite this, the Torah does not have to teach the defamer marry his victim. They are already married. Therefore, based on the rule imeno inyan, it cannot refer to its context, but applied to a defamer after he divorced and by association to the rapist. However, the Gemara rejects this because a rapist cannot be derived from a defamer since his sin was one of inaction. Number four, Rava derives from the verse of a rapist a bona fide lav shenitak le'essay. The positive commandment follows the negative. The verse states lo yuchal l'shalcha kol yamav. He derives from kol yamav, he can always remarry her. Therefore, Rabbi Yochanan can maintain his original contention, a lav shenitak le'essay is only where the essay precedes, but where it follows the violator receives lashes. Although lashes is derived from the prohibition to muzzle an animal, no positive commandment before or after it, Rava still contends an essay is meaningful to rectify only when it follows. The proof. A brisa can be read two ways. Kol mitzvahs lo saseh sheyesh ba kumaseh, any prohibition associated to a positive commandment, the predicate can be read either lo bitel essay pater, bitel essay sheba chayev, kiyem essay sheba pater, lo kiyem essay sheba chayev. Rabbi Yochanan reads bitel. He is not liable to lashes unless he nullifies the positive commandment, even if he did not fulfill it immediately after the court's order. Reish Lakish reads it kayim v'lo kayim. The basis of their dispute is whether hasra safek, a questionable warning, is valid. Rabbi Yochanan holds it is a valid warning. The rapist receives lashes if he vows not to marry her. If she dies before he remarries, he is not liable. Therefore, when he is warned not to divorce, it is not known whether he will take that vow. Despite this, if he vows, he is liable to lashes. Reish Lakish holds Asra Safek is not a valid warning. The rapist was warned not to divorce her. If he divorces her, he is liable to lashes unless he obeys a court order to immediately remarry her. If he fails to do so, he is lashed immediately. Therefore, the warning is not considered a questionable warning. If you're enjoying Daf and 5, Please click on the link below, subscribe, and become a sponsor. Thank you.